Welcome to our channel. I'm Jameer.
I'm Vinny.
And this is where we do one movie
with two opinions.
And of course, the final take. Today we're going to do something a little different though, just so you guys can get a little bit of knowledge on us and get to know us a little bit more. We are going to do our top 5 movies within the past 6 months. So we're going to do it from bottom upwards. We're going to go from honorable mention to
top
number
5.
1. And yeah, Vinny, would you like to start us off with your honorable mention?
So let's do this. My honorable mention is Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5. Okay.
So
let's talk about it.
The story, it's a very different type of Toy Story movie in the sense that it's not about Woody, it's not about Buzz, but it's about Jessie. And throughout the movie, you go on this journey of basically Jessie becomes unwanted by Bonnie, who's the character, female version of Andy. Basically, she feels she's unwanted. So she ends up going on this journey because of this lily pad that the tech took over her role. And then Jessie makes Bonnie feel like she's been outdated in a sense because, she's playing with toys in a technology-filled era. So then Bonnie throws her away once her friends start laughing at her because she's playing with toys. And then Bonnie goes on her own journey with this lily pad, discovering she goes through some bullying on it, all this, all that, which eventually leads her going back to going after her toys. But Jessie left, and she went to go and back home where she used to live, and she discovers her self-worth because of the character that she was the toy to first and originally. So that's pretty much the Toy Story journey, and it still feels like a Toy Story movie without even including
You've obviously watched all the previous ones.
All of them.
Okay.
But
would this rank as like your favorite one out of all of them, or like
no,
how would you rank it out of all
it's
of them?
It's probably the third best.
Okay.
Maybe fourth. It's probably Toy Story 1, 3, 2, and then 5, and then 4. Probably. That's what I'd probably go with.
Nice.
Let's hear yours.
All right, my honorable mention would have to be the drama.
Oh my God.
The drama.
Let's hear this.
All right, so, I really like the drama because I have a strong sense of dark humor. It had a lot of that in the movie. Yeah.
What's the movie about? Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Thanks.
Explain the movie and its dark comedy to you.
So basically, long story short, Zendaya is a school shooter, and
but she never went through with it, though.
She never went through with it.
No.
She never went through with it. And, I just felt, during the movie, Rob and Zendaya had really good chemistry. They showed what it was like to be in sort of a situationship, I guess, like that. Yeah, man, it was a lot of drama. So, some would call this an unpopular opinion. I would still marry Zendaya if I was Rob.
In that situation?
Yeah.
I would.
I'd still marry Zendaya. Yeah. And yeah, that's my honorable mention. That is the drama.
Let's get into the top 5.
The top 5.
So these obviously are all movies that came out in 2026. At number 5, I thought this movie was going to be way higher for me. It sucks because he's one of the greatest directors of all time. Disclosure Day is number 5.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. The film is good. The film is, it's entertaining. It catches your eye. It catches your attention. But for a guy like Steven Spielberg, you're talking about one of the best directors. He directed Jaws, Jurassic Park, Catch Me If You Can, and so many more. And the fact that the movie I don't want to say you feel Spielberg's age at all, but wow. The movie ends and you're just asking yourself more questions than you have answers to it.
Don't even get me started.
But it's still a good movie, but there's no real comedic elements. The action, there's maybe one action scene, maybe 2. Yeah. This kind of really end on the movie, and the alien aspect, you barely even see any. So, let's hear your number 5.
My number 5, we're going to have to go with Michael.
Oh my God.
We're going to have to go with Michael. And the reason why I say Michael is because I believe Jafar Jackson was great as Michael Jackson himself. Coleman Domingo was also great as Joe Jackson himself too, I believe. And yeah, those are like the two characters that like really like made an impact for me in the film. Also, Giuliano, who played the role of young Michael too, like at the beginning of the movie. I thought that he did very great, and just it was very upbeat. It was a good film, you know. Like sometimes it made me laugh, sometimes it made you feel sad or like whatnot. But like in my opinion, I just wish it touched up on some of the more controversial moments in Michael Jackson's life. And
the king of pop with no lows. The male version of a Sally Sue, just no wrong.
That's the only like takeaway I'd say from it. Like there was one thing that they brought up that was like controversial, but wasn't even one of the worst. You know, like
the Pepsi commercial.
Exactly that.
Like
I'm just
yeah, and listen, the acting in it was great. The acting's not my problem. Whew, man, how many scenes can you see of Michael Jackson go to visit kids in a hospital? There was like at least 4 of those scenes in that movie. And it's like, we got it. Great guy. We got it. We understand.
He loves animals. Big animal guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't move you? Not at all?
Good for him.
Okay.
Good for him.
All right.
Never land respect.
Okay. There you go. That is my 5th.
Number 4 for me.
Number 4. What were we going on? Number 4.
It was a very movie that came out earlier on in the year. Send Help. I mean,
there we go.
Sam Raimi, he directed my favorite
That's a good
Spider-Man
choice.
movies.
That's a good pick.
And this movie has nothing to do with Spider-Man at all. But the movie itself it flowed great. And it left you wondering how Dylan O'Brien's just a dick. He's just like useless.
Yeah.
So then it's kind of funny when they get stranded on this island and the roles kind of flip.
Yeah.
And she becomes the one who's important and the one that matters. Whereas Dylan O'Brien's essentially useless. And the scene...
This little flip.
And like, Rachel McAdams, my god, in this movie, first off. She was insane. And the ending of the movie, too. It really puts a spin on things because of... she knew where all these supplies were coming from. She knew there was a house there. And it takes a while for Dylan O'Brien to go and find that because he's pretty well like given up on life there. And then somebody finds out, and Rachel McAdams actually is the one who gets away with doing everything. And she kills him, and she gets off scot-free and starts making money off it at the end. It's just a really sickening end in a great way.
You found it sickening. I found it great. We have the same ranking, you know. Coming in at 4 from me, we're going to have Send Help as well. Send Help, it was, when we first went to watch it, I'm not going to lie to you, I wasn't expecting to go into that movie and getting what I was, or coming out and getting the experience that I was expecting.
My number 3, we're going to go with Sheep Detectives. Not only when you're watching this movie does it make you feel emotional in the sense that you actually care about sheep in a way, if that makes any sense. But there's a scene in it where a sheep's explaining to another sheep what happens when you die. He mentions that you turn into a cloud. Well, inevitably, you go into a situation where that sheep does inevitably die. And she's sitting there and she's emotionally like, turn to a cloud, why don't you turn to a cloud? And it just hits you different when you're in the theater watching that scene. And you're like, damn, you feel for these sheep. And the mystery part of the story is good as well. Hugh Jackman, very minimal role in the film. He's amazing in it. And the voice actors in it, they make you care and they seem interested in the role that they're doing. And the twist of the fake out of who did the murder, it's really good and it works out. It's a way better film than what it really should be. That's my 3rd.
Okay. Coming in at number 3 for me, we're at Disclosure Day. Disclosure Day did it for me. It was a great movie. I wish I could have it ranked higher, but it just doesn't beat the other 2 that I have placed ahead of it. Disclosure Day, to me, I believe Steven Spielberg did exactly what he was trying, or he gave the message out he was trying.
You're good.
Okay.
Just pause and restart.
Pause it and restart. Did exactly for me in this year. Okay. You had 2 different point of views from Emily Blunt, who plays Margaret Fairchild, to Daniel. And when they meet up, you know, I was really happy because I got what I wanted, you know. It was a great plot, and it kept you, or at least it kept me, like, glued from start to finish. It was a very long movie, but I enjoyed every second of it. And the thing is, like, I say it was a very long movie, but I wish there was more, because when I say Steven Spielberg did what he was trying to do in this movie by calling it Disclosure Day, I left that movie with no closure at all. Zero closure. Like, how are you gonna end it like that? You did everything perfect when it comes to getting me immersed and just getting me thinking. And, you know, I really like sci-fi. I really like, you know, yeah, just like stuff that gets you thinking. This was like my kind of movie. And it's just like, you know, like, how are you gonna end it like that? She's about to drop the bomb, she's about to drop the message, and then you just blank screen. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, it comes in at number 3 for me, because it was a great movie overall. Like, the only thing I'd say that really dissuaded me from it would be the ending, but it was great. It was great. I loved it.
Well, I think everyone here knows what our top 2 is going to be. It's just a question of
what order they're in. Yeah.
For me, it's Obsession. It's quite easily Obsession. What a film. You know, when you make a movie that is for $750,000 and you turn in I believe they're at $400 million now.
Exactly. Like, such a small budget film that turned out to be
a smash.
A hit. Yeah. And yeah, going back to what I was saying before, when I was talking about Disclosure Day, when I just went into it and I wasn't expecting much of it at all. Obsession was just that. Like, it was a very small budget film. You didn't know really much of the actors going into, at least I didn't. And yeah, this is your time on the stage. I'm sorry, but yeah, let me get to, you get to
Nikki,
it.
my God. Well, Obsession is at number 2 for you?
No, it's not number 2.
Oh, boy.
It's not number 2 for me.
Oh, all right.
It's not number 2 for me.
Because it couldn't be. Once again, like, Nikki, I mean, you can't, like, Andy, just take a bow. Like, I don't know what else to say.
It bothers me that he gets the first crack at this, because
it is what it is. He picked the order. But yeah, like, Andy, take a bow. There's not one scene, there's not 2 scenes. It's every scene, and she just delivers. And as long as everyone here is in agreement that Bear is the villain, I don't care about the order. But it's got to be Bear is the villain.
I mean, who else would be the villain? Who else could be the villain in that entire situation? He cast a spell on her. He cast a spell on her because he got friends.
Well,
it's fucked up.
Let's hear your number 2.
My number 2? All right, number 2. We're going to go with Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary lands at number 2. Vinny obviously doesn't like that, but let me tell you why.
Probably the best film of the decade.
Let me tell you why Project Hail Mary lands in at number 2 for me. It was it was a great movie. It was a great movie, long, you know. It just takes you through a whole lot of emotions, you know. Yeah, an emotional roller coaster, that's the best way I could put it, you know. If there were some things I could say from it, though, is that some points I felt weren't explained the best. You know, when we first started the movie, the entire space crew, except for Ryan Gosling, was just wiped out. And obviously in the book, if you read the book, I never read the book, but in the book, if I asked him at the end of the movie, because I was a little lost, it's like, yeah, comas. They're all medically induced comas, but they never really explained that at the beginning. If you're just going in raw like me, you wouldn't exactly know that. So I was a little bit lost at that. And it, like I said, it wasn't anything bad. It's just like, I just wish I had a little bit more explanation or clarification as to how we got to where we started in the movie, you know, because in the book it made it seem like in the movie it started at like what, chapter 5?
Yeah, the chapters 1 through 5 were pretty condensed, whereas the book, I think it was like 80 pages.
Yeah, and you know, like, I like attention to detail. I like stuff like that, just so I know. I don't like to be confused, or like, I just like to know the background, the origin of where things all began. But yeah, Ryan Gosling's role in this was like, you know, the best way to relate is like when you unintentionally become important at work. And that's exactly how it went for it, you know. This wasn't what he signed up for at all. And
do you think that's going to put him in an Oscar conversation, that movie?
Absolutely. Like, this is just my overall opinion of it. Like, I could see why people would have this as their movie of the year, or just, yeah, it was a masterclass. It was, I believe that it was a very detailed film, especially with what it was referring, or how it was going along with the book. I felt it did a very good job at that. And yeah, you felt the relationship between Rocky and Ryan Gosling. It was a very beautiful movie too. Like the scene where they were trying to get the Xenite from, I forget what planet it was called, but the planet and everything just looked...
Astrophage, sorry.
Astrophage, yes. Astrophage, yeah, that's what it was, Astrophage. When they went to the planet, and then that whole entire scene, it was a very just intense scene, because you didn't think, you know, Ryan Gosling was going to probably come out on top of it, or like come out unscathed, but they ended up doing it. And then I liked how he, like, over a while, could like figure out Rocky's language, or like figure out a translator and stuff like that too. I found that it was pretty cool. And like I said, I liked the whole relationship between him and Rocky. It was very heartwarming. And great pacing, amazing pacing in my opinion. And just, yeah, for as detailed of a book as it was, I think it got all the important points in the movie, and it was great. It was a very good experience. And yeah, man, I believe in the Hail Mary. I believe in the Hail Mary.
Well, my number one, very self-explanatory, Project Hail Mary. First off, shout out to the author, Andy Weir. My God, man, just keep writing books just so they can become movies, because he did The Martian with Matt Damon, who's coming out in The Odyssey. The relationship between Rocky and Ryland Grace, it's so heartwarming and perfect, and you're rooting, and it's such an impossible task, hence the name, that you kind of don't know if they're going to do it, even in the movie and the book, but for the movie's sake, you're kind of like, And then when you find out Rocky's going to die because the astrophage eats at the Xenite, and Ryan Gosling has to make one of the hardest decisions probably any human would ever have to do. Do I go back, live my life, or do I let the guy who got me to go home and save the world die? And it's an amazing moment in that film. And
not just die, a slow and painful death too.
And his planet gets extinct.
Yeah.
It's so heartwarming. In the scene when Rocky's willing to save himself, or almost kill himself to save Ryland, it's an amazing scene. And
it really showed you the relationship between the two, even though it felt like such a short time, because we were all in the movie and it was condensed. They actually spent a lot of time together, and you could just you could feel that.
It was a fast 2 hour and 40-minute movie for sure. Well, that's my number one so far this year. It might stay at that spot throughout the year, but there's some comp. Let's hear yours. Your big number one.
My big number one, Obsession. I'm obsessed with Obsession. Oh my gosh, where do I even begin? Obviously, he said it, he touched up on it before I got the chance to. Indy Navarrete, you're one of my GOATs. This is the first ever movie I've ever watched you play in, and I can say you did one hell of a job. Like an absolute masterclass. It had a lot of dark humor. I'm pretty into dark humor and stuff like that, and you know, I just laughed a lot. And it was a horror movie, but I didn't feel scared. It wasn't a horror movie to me. Like it felt more like a thriller.
The cat scene was fucked up.
The cat scene was fucked up. It was fucked up. That was like the only thing that was like, all right.
Why are we doing this?
All right. But then, other than that, though, that's like the only thing I could say negatively I take away from that video, or not video, the movie. And yeah, man, just like certain. She just played like, what, 3 different characters in that entire movie. It felt like it, and she just played it amazing. Like, the crazy girlfriend.
Her Nikki, normal Nikki.
Yeah, normal Nikki, the crazy girlfriend. Just like, just...
The helpless Nikki as well.
The story writing and all of it too, where it brought in a little bit of like voodoo doll into it. Like, you don't really get that much in theaters nowadays, or they don't really too touch up on it. So it was kind of like a new theme, I guess, in the horror realm or something like that. But yeah, man, it was a great experience. Bear's the villain.
Fuck Bear.
You know, it hurts to get friend zoned, but like once you get friend zoned, you just gotta move along, bro. Like you can't
dwell on it.
Can't dwell on it. You can't make a one wish willow. Or else if you are gonna use a one wish willow, at least use it for.
Yeah, what would yours be?
What would mine be? Richness. Are you kidding me? Like, what's one thing that can make you happy in this world? People say
love. People say money.
I'm people that say money. There's only so much happiness that love can get you. But money, shit's infinite. You can buy happiness. You can buy whatever the fuck you want with that. But yeah, man, that is our top 5.
That's your top 5. Leave your guys' top 5 so far this year in the comments below.
Yeah, it's definitely not our top 5 of all time. Maybe we might do that in the future, but
we could do that in the future.
We could.
Definitely could.
But yeah, thank you for joining us on this, and
like, subscribe.
We're gonna have to edit this last part out. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this last part over again.
Re-edit the ending? All right.
Well, there you go. That is our top 5. Thank you for staying with us throughout this entire video.
Yep.
And
many more coming.
Many more coming. Many more movies to review. Odyssey's next up. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we will catch y'all next time. We'd love to know your top 5 too, at least for this year.
So far.
So far.
Leave them in the comments below.
Until next time.